Good evening. Welcome to Investigator News, and I'm your host, Ellie, and this is the weather and lifestyle news show, Body Parts. It happened in Arkansas, of all places. Um, uh, are we, is this going to create a new Dracula story? Karen, this is weird. When I read it, I was like, what? The hospital I used to go to? No wonder I quit. Yeah, no wonder I left that place. I know a few people that work there, and when I called and questioned them, boy, this is in my face. Uh, I can't stand stuff in my face, and things are closer than what they are, and so it's about 2 inches away from my face. I feel like I'm eating microphone. I don't know how these guys do it with the ones that come down in front of them. And in order for it to show up right, it's about an inch away from their face. Now, I like this little guy here. Yeah. All right. So this is a place I used to go, and I know a few people that work there. And I called them up and I said, "You know about this?" And they said they had no clue, but they knew the body parts were there. So we'll get to that. And of course, weather. They're saying all the way severe thunderstorm forecast all the way to Little Rock. Here we go again. Here, Arkansas is going to kill these storms. And I believe in that. I have a trip next week, and I'm afraid to look. I'm going to have to look tonight and see what we're going to be looking at because I'm going to record the show all the way through my trip, and then I'm going to post it that night. What I want to do is try to catch some illegals on the bus. Yeah, so we'll see about that. Yeah, hit that like button, hit that thumbs up, subscribe. We've got 6 subscribers since yesterday, so they must be finding us out. And William says, yeah, they are. And I've looked, and yeah, they are. They're finding us. Keep sharing, folks. Keep sharing. Tell that person in line behind you in the supermarket. You tell them about us. Tell them when you go to the doctors, when you go anywhere. Tell them about us because we're finding out the truth and news is what people want to know. All right, and not only that, but they love this show. We're getting so many views on this show too. People don't want to hear about politics. They want to hear about the other stuff that they don't get to hear. So we have Miss Davis is back. Yeah, I got to put her up here. See, looky there. She's back. And she's in red. Now, I was like, I can never jive with her clothes. And I should go and look to see what she's wearing for the day and then kind of match up with her. And then I think, no, I'm just going to put on what I feel like I'm going to put on. All right. So here we go with Miss Davis with the weather.
Dealing with storm timing on a Friday, and you can see those scattered showers developing all across Texas from San Angelo up through Dallas into Little Rock and even Memphis. Watch out for those storms, especially by Friday evening. Now, the weekend isn't going to be a washout, but for some of you, it is going to start out a little wet. So there's a look at your weekend forecast, and you can see San Antonio, thunderstorms for you on Saturday, still some rain in the forecast on Sunday. Houston, you're dry on Sunday. In New Orleans, same goes for you. That thunderstorm chance on Saturday, but dry on Sunday.
I listened to that and I said, well, it's Wednesday. What happened to Thursday? Yeah, they don't want. They don't want to know. They don't want to let us know. I'm sorry, of what's going on tomorrow. Well. When I looked into it, I said, no, it's the whole weekend thing. For some reason, why is weekends wet when everybody wants to get out and do things with their kids? It's getting to the end of the school year, and people want to get out and they want to go places, and then it's like raining. Well, it's hit and miss here. So I'm going to tell those people in Arkansas, it's hit and miss. Go for it. Go look, because you just take a look and see what's out there, check your radar. And if it looks like you're going to be free and clear for a couple hours, go do. Yeah, go do. Karen, you going to take that baby to the zoo this year? Now's the time to do it while it's cool. Go take her to the zoo. I mean, I'll even, yeah, I mean, I'll send you the money for it. Take her to the zoo. She will shriek. She will ooh and ahs, and she's a perfect age. Um, uh, Wable, dental flop. I'm not sure. Karen, I don't know. I don't know if you guys notice that the autocorrect. What I have enough problems with them correcting my spelling, and then when they add stuff in, it makes no sense. I mean, um, 15 years ago, I was out there in California, and my sister Beth said, "Here, answer." And I'm like, "Okay." She said, "All you gotta do is tell her we're driving and we're going to the wine back, the one of the wine places." Well, what I sent her was obscene. It auto corrected me so bad it was obscene, and she said, "What, Beth? Are you okay?" I said, "Beth, I think I sent her really weird messages." Autocorrect, yeah. All right. Earthquakes. Boy, the earthquakes aren't that bad. Um, I looked at them today. Um, and, we had one in Puerto Rico, 3.1. Yeah. Why? There was only 28, well, I seen 25 earthquakes today. So everywhere went quiet. Right around Fiji went quiet. We only had the one in Papua New Guinea at 4.9. Uh, Hawaii went quiet, 3.4. The only place that seems really active is Alaska and the United States. And then we had um, about five, but on the Aleutian Islands, 3.6, Rat Islands, we had a 3.8. We had a 3.5, and then all the way into the island of Yakutat, Alaska, 3.5. Then we go down nothing until we hit Ferndale, which is right around Eureka. That was a 2.8. Um, Tres Pinos, California, 3.1. Then we go across where we had one in Colorado. We're having a lot in Colorado right now. And normally the fault lines aren't around Colorado. Um, the other thing was nothing in Japan. Nothing, nothing in Japan. And I heard this is news, but North Korea was saying they have been doing underwater explosions, and that Japan is mistakenly saying that these are earthquakes, and it's actually them doing underwater explosions with their new submarines and their drones with nuclear, but they're using regular missiles. So now, today, after they make that announcement, we don't see anything. Yeah, I'm starting to agree with Dutch Sense, where I think they hide things when they want to put things out, USGS, and then other things happen like explosions around the world. Then all of a sudden they disappear. It gets real quiet. And then we had Oklahoma, Lamont, Oklahoma, 2.8. One on the North Atlantic Ocean, 4.7. No fives, nothing's going up. You notice that? We had five yesterday. We should have went into sixes. Now we went back to what, twos and threes? And nothing. Everything went quiet. Then we had Argentina with 4.6. That's it. And then we see Greece, 4.4. We've seen one over in Kyrgyzstan. That was a 4.7. Then another one in Myanmar. Now, this is a new one because I've never heard of Myanmar, um, the country. And this got a 4.7. So I'm going to believe that one. I'm not going to believe the one in China. I'm not even going to believe the ones around Aleutian Islands anymore because I believe we're having an earthquake war with HARP. Because when we started pointing out explosions, and Dutch since did too, everything went quiet. Why? Why did it all go quiet just with the mention of explosions and war? We've seen, like I said, 4.7, and then we go down to Indonesia, a 4.3. She walked 4 steps before she plopped. Hey, 4 steps. We got Karen's baby walking. 4 steps. You wait. You just wait. They'll find out they can crawl faster than they can walk, Karen. And when they do that, and then they start realizing they can walk farther, and walking is mimicking us. And then they figure out they could walk a lot farther than they can crawl. Oops. So, all right. So we're going to take a look at this guy here. Now he is. They want to put. Let me remove him for a sec. They want to put a underwater station. Now I've did this on my show, I believe earlier this week, and it's only because of this guy that has shown that he can live underwater for many months and be able to do okay, and he's happy. So we're going to take a look at him next. So here he is, and we'll see what he has to offer.
Here and now, before we even think about jumping on that plane and going tomorrow.
7 days and counting.
Let's start at the beginning,
Joseph DeTore has been living 30 feet underwater in a Florida lagoon.
I feel amazing.
The university professor, known as Dr. Deep Sea, now owns the record for longest time living underwater without depressurization, like submarines have. But he's not coming up for almost another month. DeTore's goal is to spend 100 days in the Jules Undersea Lodge in Key Largo.
That's only half the time that it's going to take us to get to Mars. So we need to do the work here and now before we even think about jumping on that plane and going to Mars.
His mission includes medical and ocean research, with daily experiments to monitor how his body is responding to the extreme pressure. He also conducts online classes from his submerged home.
I have a dry erase marker and I'll teach class up here on the window, right?
While he's enjoying his work and bringing awareness to our oceans, there is one thing DeTore misses most of all: the sun.
So we've been looking at our space station for many years, and they say we've only been have looked in and discovered sea life for a quarter of the ocean. And now that we're getting deeper and deeper, we're finding new life forms. But not only that, but we're finding anomalies. And that's what this guy's for. And so we are looking at him being able to make it so long undersea that they want to put a sea station under the ocean that we can travel from, that we're able to stay under the ocean, and even lakes. We're going to be able to put these under lakes and be able to look to see, like, what about Loch Ness or Nessie? We be able to see these underworld anomalies that keep coming up and showing themselves. And that's what the scientists want to look into, is the new species. And if, let's say, Loch Ness Monster or Nessie is something that we should have been looking at for the last 100 years. So this guy is he is the new explorer of the ocean. And I thought this was great. We need more like this. So, oh boy, I know you guys want to know about these body parts, and it happened here in Arkansas. And when I seen this, I went, what? I used to have all my doctor's appointments at this hospital. What? Now I did hear from someone that worked there that they got, this is medical scientists. So they do have quite a few um, things in their I want to say their basement labs. So this Arkansas woman pleads not guilty to selling over 20 boxes of stolen human body parts. The Arkansas woman that pleaded not guilty, she ended up stealing, they say, 20 boxes of body parts. Um, and it's Candace Chapman Scott, a 36-year-old former mortuary service worker, is accused of selling 20 boxes of everything from human skin to skulls to a man in Pennsylvania, according to the federal grand jury. Scott was charged with 12 counts of mail fraud, wire fraud, because she's sending body parts through the mail. Yikes. According to court documents, she worked for a company that offered commercial cremation services. One of their clients was an anatomy lab at the UAMS, which donated cadavers for medical education research. After one of the company's scheduled pickup days, she messaged the owner of a Facebook group explaining how she acquired corpses named oddities. No, whoa, wait a minute. These are people. They're not oddities. Now, the Facebook site, contains about 380. I'm going to say, I'm not going to say they're oddity members. I'm going to say these are creepy members. Hit me up. If you want to bring your case before me, get a hold of me, but I'm calling you guys creepy. And members and bills itself a safe way to shop. For body parts? Who wants body parts? Karen, this is horrible. Scott sent pictures of 2 brains and a heart to a man that offered $1,200 via PayPal. So PayPal's part of this. I don't think they knew it. And how to ship 3 organs from to him to Pennsylvania via the Postal Service. So there's a creepy guy in Pennsylvania that wants body parts. Police were tipped off to Polly's purchases in June of 2022, according to the press release. In July, a caller reported finding human organs and human skin resting in 3 5-gallon buckets in Polly's basement. Mary says, ew, who does this? Oddities place. All the time I did haunted houses, I never thought of getting real body parts. And I've even had it mentioned today. Maybe you should have went and, with you doing fundraisers and with kids, you should have got a few hands. I was like, ooh, no, yuck. They said you can put them in jars. No, I don't want real body parts. I'll make my own. This is so the website bearing the name describes him as a preservationist specialist and words to produce educational tools through reconditioning retired medical remains. The spokesperson for UAMS, the hospital, told that the school is appalled that anyone would describe medical donation for their own gain. But they sold it to them. They didn't check them out. How many hospitals are doing this? And this is only with medical services or medical researches. Look at your hospital. Some of them are medical research for schools. I would stay away from them because, if you have a surgery done, they take a body part. Are they going to sell it? We don't know. This needs to be looked into. This is creepy. The FBI is trying to identify which cadavers were impacted, and it's a challenge given to them by the embalming processes effects of DNA. Ooh, Scott is in custody with the bail hearing scheduled. Her trial is set to begin on May 30th. I might be back by in time to check this out, but this is in Arkansas. Really, this is horrible. So someone that's buying body parts and selling them online to different oddities, claiming they're research and educational. Yuck. They had, I, you know, I'm going to look at Mary on this one because, me and Mary, we swap things back and forth. With medical research, shouldn't they be checking these people out? Who you belong to, who you buying this for, what your educational purpose is. But when I went there, I got the crummiest care. If I didn't have something really serious and I wasn't dying, they really didn't want me as a patient. So I had to go somewhere to get really good care. Did they want my body parts? This is, we have to look into the school of medicine at these hospitals because I know a gentleman that used to work there that he was able to get down in the basement, and this is where this lab is at. And he said you would not believe the embryos they have there going back 40, 50, 60 years, and how weird they look. And it's not just that; it's everything there. Everything's in jars, and he said it's really creepy. Oh boy. So I'm gonna move on to less creepier moments. This should have been for Halloween. This is in Arkansas, of all places. Can you imagine what they do in California with their research labs and their medical services at UC Davis? We need to start looking at what these people are doing that's creepy in these hospitals. So I'm going to get to less creepy. Well, maybe not less creepy, but there was an angler, a fishing angler that came up missing. And when they went looking for him, this 54-year-old, his name was, oh boy, I love these names. Chashirio Nish Ikawa was last seen out fishing in Lake Samarana, in an artificial lake in Shumar, oh boy, Shumarania Perpetual Natural Park. When they went looking for him, they looked and they couldn't see anything, not even his clothing. But they did find a bear with his waders in his mouth. And connected to that was part of his clothing. So they think this bear ate him. The bear basically was taken. They're probably going to euthanize the bear. I don't understand this. They see a wader in this guy's mouth. More than likely that he ate him. And so why are they going to take the bear, kill the bear, and to see if there's human remains in his stomach? I've never. Boy, is it creepy today? I got creepy. I need better stuff. I need happy stuff. Because a creepy bear that ate a fisherman and's got his waders, and they want to cut him open. All right, let's. So get this. Now we are. Now I know we have seen a lot of tremors, and this should have been an earthquake story. But scientists puzzled by the mystery of tremors off the Danish island. They have went all over the island and run seismic detectors to find out why this island has been having tremors. They said they're a steady of about 2.5 to 2.8, and they don't know why they keep hearing or feeling these earthquakes. And on Monday, Denmark and Greenland decided they were going to go monitor the underground because they had surfaced. They have hit mountains. They've hit anything that even looks close to something that would be a volcano. And nothing is panned out. And it's not caused by earthquakes, they say. The pressure waves from the event is in the atmosphere. So they're saying it's in the air, not on the ground, that's causing these rumbles. Now, they said, could it be from a war or an explosion that's close? They said they're not close enough to be able to feel the shakings of war. They said no one's been hurt, and the Polish authorities now have said that they want to do. There are exercises in Ushka, northern Poland, involving jet fires and live firing of artillery emissions. But they said that's not this. That's not what's causing this. And they checked the planes and no, it's not that. But all across, they say roughly 400,000 miles, mystery tremors off the Danish island. And they said it's not earthquakes, it's above. Now, I was thinking, and I sent Dutch sense of email, and I said, these Danish tremors, could it be that it's on the surface? It's so shallow that it seems like it's in the air. And I haven't heard nothing back. But I don't think so. I think there's something going on, a certain tremors, and it's a mystery. And the scientists are puzzled by this, and they're going to get to the bottom of it. All right, so NASA will kindly give us a 30-minute warning before devastating solar storms arrive. They said that this new AI-powered model could predict solar flares 30 minutes before they hit Earth. They said it could save us. That, if they warn us saying, you know what, for the next 5 hours, your internet's going to be messed up, your phones are going to be messed up. And wouldn't that be kind of they claim is a relief that we're not going to be calling our internet companies or the phone companies because we'll know. It could give us running systems of the solar flares, power grids, and you could lose power over this. And they said every 11 years it gets really bad. And they said this is the year that it's going to be bad. From here, they say it could be all the way to January. So if your phone don't work, you're getting interrupted with your internet, it could be the solar flares. But what NASA wants to do, and they're trying to get it approved through our government, that they can warn us when a solar flare hits, that it'll be put out on the news or the Weather Channel or the weather people that we've got solar flares today. There could be an interruption. And get this, if it's in the summer and you're laying out, you could be severely sunburned with these because of the solar flares. Now, and I heard that, I said, whoa, there was one summer, one day, the solar flares were up and they were giddy about it on the Weather Channel. I went out and laid in the sun and I got blisters. I got blisters all over my legs from it. And I was like, I wasn't even out there that long. I was in the water, but I got big, huge blisters on my legs. So this is a good thing, folks. I think it's the responsibility of not only our government, but NASA, knowing and watching the sun, that we receive these reports. Now, whether it's 30 minutes or let's say give it to us in the morning, or do a few warnings on our phones to say, we might be experiencing solar flares today, I think it's a great idea. The world's oldest dog. When I seen this, I went, why can't my dogs live this old? I would have loved them for another 15 years. The world's oldest dog celebrates a 31st birthday. Yeah, you heard me right. 31. Wow. To get our beloved pets to live that long, I think they need to take a look at this dog and see why he lives so long. Oh, my Scotty, not that I don't love my new little dog, and I did post a picture of her. I would have loved my little Scotty to make it 30 years. He was so close to the family, all of us. And now we have this new one, and she's just like our little Scotty was. She is totally attached to everyone in our family, even the in laws. But she just loves all of us. You're hearing interference. Um, you no interference on Ellie's show. You know what it is they know I'm giving y'all some stuff. Uh, I mean, me and William might even talk about on the World War III report tonight about using our stuff. Should we be angry? Should we have interference? Should they be interrupting the shows? So the world oldest dog celebrates 31 years. Now I've known cats. I think my sister's cat made it to 21. Um, but we need to find out how this dog lived so long and question the family. Said, what have you done to make it so others can have their pets for 30 years? I mean, even if 30, 29, I would have went for 28 or 27 or 25. But if they're going to have health problems that cost us, how much money do you want to put into your beloved animals before it's just too much? All right, so 31. All right. Chocolate milk. No, 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 no. Michelle Obama did this. She cut the chocolate milk out of the school systems. And now they're considering this again, saying to combat childhood obesity. Those are low fat. Did they not look at the bottle? So my grandkids came home saying it's watery. It's not like the good stuff. All the chocolate milk are 2% and low fat. So if that's the case, why are they claiming it's obesity? How about let's not put so many video games out there where they want to play video games and chompa on every snack they can find after school, and then not eat dinner, and then they want cookies and ice cream later with snacks. That's the problem. We've got too many kids sitting on their buns and not enough getting out there doing things My dad used to have us out on Sundays doing yard work. Now the kids complain, oh, they might miss out on the newest version of Xbox. Or I don't know. I don't play the Xbox, so my grandson does. Maybe I should have asked him what the newest games of that were out. And that's all they want to do. They want to sit and play Xbox, and they don't want to get out, and they don't want to do yard work. They don't want to be in sports anymore. But the schools have cut them out. Most of the schools have cut out all of the sports activities after school, before school, and even some of the cities said it's not worth it for them to fund a lot of the child school, child like little leagues. It's just not worth it for them to put into it anymore, because not too many kids are even showing up. They want to play on the computer. They want to play on that little phone, and you see their little fingers just a going. And you ask them something, they're like, you say, what? And then about 5 minutes later, they're like, okay, what do you need? How about run the garbage out? How about mow the yard? Oh, I got this new game, they say. Yeah, we got to do some. I don't think it's the chocolate milk, But anyway, USDA considering chocolate milk ban in school cafeterias to combat childhood obesity. I think they need to cut back. And speaking of weight loss, Jenny Craig closes after 40 years. Nobody's buying Jenny Craig anymore. Did she outprice everybody? I somebody gave me a bunch of her stuff, and I went, no wonder y'all don't eat this. I wouldn't touch it. Yuck. I had the salt and pepper and butter, and by the time I put all my goodies in it, and the cheese and the butter and it was way up there. Yeah, it wasn't even Jenny Craig anymore. It was Ellie and her fatness. Yeah. So Jenny Craig closes after 40 years. Nutritionists are not surprised, but some customers say they're heartbroken and sad because it was helping them. Um, Time to get out there and just walk. Simply walk, as my doctor says. Just get out there and walk. If you continuously get out there and walk every single day, you don't got to jog, you don't got to run, just get out there and walk. Yeah, they're still trying to hurt our children. All right, so funny facts. Let's see, which one do I want to do? Funny facts. They are all over the place. And I went to my joke site and I thought these are just as good. It's just the same lines, but they show pictures with it. Now, Walmart has lowered its acceptance rate more than Harvard. They said the applicants, they don't even have to have a high school diploma anymore. They'll just hire anybody in any language. They said, if you don't speak the language, we'll just put you in the back of the store. Whoa, I don't know if that's a funny fact. What about a football fan once dedicated his obituary to insulting an NFL team? How about we know that hunting unicorns in Michigan is illegal. I've done that one a few times. What about someone actually paid $10,000 for invisible artwork? I think I've done this. So an art collector once paid $10,000 for non-visible sculpture created by actor James Franco. The artwork was billed as an endless tank of oxygen. Yeah, you heard it. It's called air. We're breathing it. And so it was a podium with nothing there. Why? Because it's air. And and get this, these art places usually use taxpayers' money. So we paid $10,000 for air. I don't know about this. Cows move with regional accents. And, basically, there are a small population, such as of herds, that you would encounter that could they knew the English language, come. They were raised as pets, and they said so they're finding a hard time ending the cow's life because it can understand the English language. I don't know if these are funny posts, folks, but they're interesting. All right, so U.S. had a 3-year-old mayor. The sound of this was Dorset, Minnesota. The new mayor is picked every 2 years by drawing names out of a hat. But a 3-year-old named Rupert Tufts was elected mayor, and this was back in 2015. His governing style began nice and no poopy talk. He knows how to use the big boy toilet. Oh boy. I bet you he was down on the government taking away chocolate milk back then. Wow. The Cookie Monster's real name, it's Sid. So Cookie Monster's name is really Sid. Yeah, seriously. Why would they really? How'd they come up with that? China censored the word for censorship. Nobody can describe what it is. Um, and they say if you can't be guilty of a crime, if nobody can describe what it is. Barry Manilow didn't write the hit song, I Write the Songs. Barry didn't even think it was a really good song. Someone else wrote it for him, but it does not say who did it. Vending machines are bigger threats to humanity than sharks. You're twice as likely to be killed by a vending machine than a shark, according to New England Aquarium. So when is the Discovery Channel going to premiere the vending machine? And lastly, the blob of a toothpaste that sits on your toothbrush has a name. You know, when you put the toothbrush or toothpaste on your toothbrush, it has a name. It's called Nurdle. So that is it for today, folks. And I thank you all for watching. We have the World War III report coming up in about 15 minutes. So come on back. And if not, come on back for tomorrow. And yeah, horrible body parts sold out of Arkansas, UAMS. Huh. Not funny, not really a good, cool story, but look into your medical services and teaching medical teaching facilities in your state. They could be doing it too. So hit the like, hit the subscribe, the thumbs up, hit the follow over in Facebook, and we thank all of you for your support. Those that have added us and shared. Share some more. Share, like I said, share it with everybody you can. And we're getting more viewers, and we're here. Why? Because truth and news.